your girl.
Hi, I'm Laurie,
And I'm Mimi,
and this is the Jack and Rose podcast. Woo!
I can't do your woo every time.
Because I'm excited. I'm always excited.
Of course you are.
Of course, yeah.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our podcast. If you're listening from home, from your car,
Yeah.
from where else?
From
bed,
bed.
right?
Yeah. Or
welcome
doing
back.
chores too.
Doing chores?
I've
really?
heard people tell me that they listen to us when they're doing chores.
That's nice.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's
Or
a good
working.
way.
I have a
Or
friend
working,
that's
yeah.
that's not what you should be doing while you work, but
Listen, some people can multitask because I don't know if I could be like, it depends like what I'm working on. If it's something that requires like my full brain, I can't be listening to anything.
I can listen to music while I do
You can?
anything. Yeah. But I can't listen to, like, I won't follow the stories and stuff.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Then
Yeah.
it's just going to be like background noise.
If it's a podcast?
Yeah.
Why would I listen to a podcast while I work? Please. I can't
Yeah.
multitask to
I
save
can't.
my life.
I've never been able to listen to music when I'm like studying or
Really?
working. I can't.
No,
Like I
that's
need
my-
complete
that's my thing.
silence.
Oh, I'm perceived.
I actually,
Like at work, if there's too much silence, I need to put in my earphones
and then listen to something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, me. If I'm listening to something, music, I'm not there. First of all, I'm just gonna be ready to start grinding and shaking my ass, and
No,
at my 9 to 5, I
not
can't
in
be
the
doing that.
office, like.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
This is our first podcast since we released our first episode. So
Yeah. Oh my God,
it
yes.
is, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I'm still adapting.
Same.
Still adapting. Are
Same.
you? No, you
Yeah.
don't mind.
What do you mean?
Seen.
Oh no, that I don't care.
Exactly. I feel like, please release me from your
But I feel
eyes.
like it gets better, no?
No, it
No?
doesn't. It doesn't, because then like it's like keeping up with Instagram and like all these things. It's like,
Yeah.
please, hold up. Wait a
Sometimes it
minute.
can be a lot, to be honest, and TikTok
It is.
too, and then YouTube,
Yeah.
and for me, it's just the technical stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it, guys? 2 episodes. We filmed 2 episodes in a row.
No,
and
we tried.
We tried to film 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And one, we lost all the footage.
Yeah, like an hour and 30 minutes worth of footage.
Yeah. And the second one, our mics just went out.
Yeah.
You see that we have.
It's new ones, you guys. Like new cute Amazon mics.
New mics.
Yeah, no, it's honestly been the ghetto. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, imagine getting ready. Also, because when we film, we get like there's so much preparation behind it, like down to even like our makeup and stuff, which is, as you can see today, is kind of non-existent. But whatever, we're having our Alicia Keys moment. But
Please.
I guess no.
I can't.
We can't claim that.
No,
I mean, it's I cannot join. I can't be like her like on a regular basis, like every day. No, but today I feel like I'm just like her.
Yeah, are you like her? Because she. Anyways.
Oh, I have lashes. Yeah, no, you know what? No, we're not like her. But whatever. Do we even like her?
I wish. That's the thing. That's why I don't want to align.
Yeah,
with
you know
her.
what? No. I just realized.
Align.
Actually, you know what? Scratch that.
Yeah.
But the technical stuff sometimes it can be crazy because, like, yeah, as I was saying, there is just so much that goes into like preparing for an episode, and then getting here thinking that all the technical aspects are covered, but then the mics are not working or the storage is full, we can't film. It's honestly, it's been
hell,
and like a learning experience, I would say. And hell too. It is.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah,
honestly. And you know, like I've seen, and I've like, we really appreciate the messages to stay consistent and stuff. But honestly, like, this close.
It's
this close to just cancel it.
Yeah, it's a full-time job. I'm not gonna lie, it is a full-time job
on top of a full-time job.
Yeah, from like you know, creating what we are going to talk about, like planning in advance, and also
editing for Laurie.
Yeah, editing
honestly,
afterwards.
I can't take the
and then like posting on all the social media platforms. It's
Bear with us. That's
but
all I was gonna
anyway,
say.
we I love being here, not gonna lie. I was really, really excited to start filming again because exactly like it's been maybe I don't know, like a month since we last filmed.
No, has it?
I think so.
Oh my god, they don't know that though.
Yeah, for you guys, I guess it wouldn't be a month, but for us, because
Yeah,
at first we were like recording many episodes like
in
yeah
advance.
in advance, like at a time, which was good because we love to plan, but yeah we tried, but
But
now
now it's
we don't have
catching up to
anything.
us. It's catching up to us
We
now, and
literally do not have
honestly,
anything
yeah.
anything left.
But it's good because now we're kind of like on the same page as the
Right.
viewers,
Yes. Yeah.
because yeah, because we received a bunch of messages and we want to address it today actually.
Exactly. Yeah.
um and yeah, so it's like now I feel like we're kind of current and we can talk about current
Current
events
stuff.
and stuff like
That's
that.
very
Yeah.
true. Yeah, because the episode basically, well, by the time you see this or you listen to this, the episode 3, you're going to see that there is a bit of delay because we were talking about like shows that we had been watching, but those shows actually came out in March. March
And
or April?
I think
April.
April, yeah, because we
April. So
were,
it was
yeah,
a bit late, but
that one was
we hope
end
you
of
still
April.
enjoyed.
I think I remember. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one we filmed the end of April. So
Mhm.
it's been May,
It's been
all of May. We
yeah.
didn't. Oh my god.
We've been busy, honestly. Life has been lifing, things
Listen,
have been happening. So,
yeah,
yeah.
ghetto, ghetto.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome back to this episode. Today, we are going to be addressing your requests. So, a couple of weeks ago, we asked you to send us like requests, any
Mm,
situations that you would like us to talk about,
yeah,
anything basically. So, today, this is actually your episode. This is your
it's
time.
just for you.
It is definitely for you. Please say anything you would like or weigh in like in the comments. Like give
Yeah,
us your I don't know opinions or any
and continue.
anything.
You know what I'm gonna say? Continue sending in your messages because you're gonna realize that most of us are actually going through the same
Oh my
thing.
god, yeah. Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
for the most part, that's what
Yeah.
I've noticed. In all the messages, we can
Mhm.
relate to at
Mhm.
least one thing.
Yes, there's nothing that is kind of like an original experience. Like it's something that it's
Yeah.
so relatable. It's actually crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Should we get into this?
Yeah.
No, first of all, how are you?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, for okay, you guys in a second, but first us. So how are you, Mimi? How's life?
I'm
How's
in the
everything?
trenches. Honestly, I'm in the
Yeah.
trenches. God, remember how the first episode we were like 3 months away from my 30s? Now it's a
Oh,
month away. Jesus
yeah.
Christ, man.
A month and few days. See, I'm
And I'm still
trying.
not sure what I'm gonna. You are trying
I
to keep
really
me in
am
in my
trying.
20s,
Yeah.
and on the opposite, I'm actually
Excited?
accepting it.
Oh,
No, I'm
accepting. We love
excited.
it. I
Is
love
not
that.
gonna Loki.
Oh.
Accept that it's not gonna happen. Maybe like in September, ask me again if I'm excited.
September?
Yeah, like 2 months later, once I'm
Oh,
marinated and stuff. So
okay.
yeah. So I'm in the trenches, not because of my age though, because
Hmm.
work is kicking my ass.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, and I'm like growing up for real, and I hate it.
Yep.
I really hate it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I've been doing. I've been also catching up on the Diddy case.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I actually forgot like completely forgot about that.
We didn't the episode that we talked about it didn't make it.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that is very true.
It
But
didn't
I
make
haven't been
it.
seeing like many videos online about it. I think it's kind of I don't know if
I
it's
think
I
it's
don't know, it's
towards
kind
the
of
end now.
dying down. Yeah. How is it
It's not
going?
dying now.
No? At
It's
least on my feed it's
bruh.
dying down.
It's going
Yeah.
like it's insane. Like things that keep coming out.
Oh my god.
First of all, I really wonder.
I don't
I
even
don't
know
know if
if I
I
want to
need.
know
I don't know if
actually.
I want to know the answer either. I really
Oh.
wonder, um, how many girlfriends did he had
Mm-mm.
at the same time? That's
Mm-mm.
one. That's the question in
That man
itself.
is a piece of
It's
trash. Oh.
insane. We just learned recently that he has a love contract where he pays you 10K a month and he pays your apartment and
For
everything.
what? In exchange of what?
Exchange of freak offs
Freak
and
offs?
all of that, and being with him. Not just freak offs, but obviously you just play the role of the girlfriend once in a while, whenever he's in your city or something. I don't know. It's insane, bro. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, I saw somewhere online.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's actually insane when you
It
think
is
about it.
insane. Yeah.
That people are thinking that because like they say that he's in the closet and stuff.
Oh, he definitely is.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that the
he
way that
definitely
he
is.
is
See through
using
closet.
from
Very see through.
glass
Glass
doors,
door. Yeah, yeah.
uh the way that he's using women
Mm-hmm.
in freak offs,
I
that
know where you're
he's,
going.
you know what I'm going at,
Mm,
yeah,
mm, mm,
that
mm,
he
mm,
is
mm.
using women as a barrier, but really low key he wants it to be him. So he's like not fully accepting to be gay, so therefore he's just gonna do, I don't know,
Like leave through them.
experience being with a man through the woman. That's why he said, like, he tells them what to do and what he wants and da da da, and then like the whole on him.
You can say cum.
See you have on him.
On
Like,
him.
yeah, because he tells
Oh.
the girl to take it and then put it on him, which is absolute.
Listen.
I'm sorry for
I'm
your
okay.
ears.
My thing is, I don't care what you're in when it comes to like sex, right?
Yeah,
You can be in whatever it is that you want,
yeah.
as long as the people you're doing those things, obviously there is consent, and as long as you're not being drugged. Because I think I don't know if I was
But the thing
discussing
is,
this with you, but
they are
drugged, huh?
no, not
No.
drug. Like I think Cassie is a special case
Yeah, her.
because
Yeah.
even like the age that she started, but these other girlfriends,
Mm-hmm.
they know what they're signing up
Yeah, which is
for
okay
the
as
most
long as
part,
they're not being drugged, right? Because
but
that's
they're
my
choosing to
issue.
take drugs.
Oh, I thought they were being drugged without
No,
knowing.
not without knowing.
Okay, yeah, then that's different because for me, I feel like
I
I
mean,
don't know if it's a
allegedly.
video that I saw or whatever, but they were saying like we don't mind doing the free coughs, just don't drug us because we can do it without being drugged.
But I think it comes with like, well, if you're gonna be with 7 people in one night, I think some people need
You
the,
said like a little bit of energy.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Take I don't know coffee.
Jesus
I don't
Lord,
know.
70 people.
70? 70?
Seven, no,
Oh,
7 people.
7?
You think
It depends. I don't know, but I quite frankly
unless you're
don't know.
that white girl on TikTok
But
that's sleeping with a
oh,
hundred
with a
men.
100, yeah. But you know something? Actually, it just reminded me. Like, if you've watched White Lotus, this third season, so the last season, there was a guy actually that was kind of leaving like that.
Living like what?
Like he was so he I don't know, he lived in the US and then he moved to Thailand because whatever, like he was in some sort of trouble. And then when he got there, like, you know, like middle-aged guy, he has lots of money, so he's partying every night
Mm-hmm.
and having sex with multiple people like in the same night. Like, and then he was saying that it got to a point where there was nothing
Fix my
exciting
face.
anymore. Huh?
Let me fix my face. What?
Yeah. Listen, if that's your what you're into, again, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I really truly do not care. But you do, huh? Yeah, no, I don't like whatever. It's
I
whatever for
mean, to
me,
each
but
their own.
exactly. So but then it got to a point where like there was nothing exciting like for him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So and he started realizing that he wanted to be those girls that were like, you know, having sex with these men.
Mm-hmm.
So he started like
So he's Diddy.
yeah, but he's accepting. He was kind of accepting of himself because he started like wearing dresses and
Oh,
wigs and stuff
okay.
like that, and then he would put ads for men to come him,
Okay.
and then he would be serious every night. Yeah. Remember un peu à l'aise là.
Tu t'es trop fort.
Yeah, so basically he was living his best life, and then even that it got to a point where it was not exciting anymore, and then he stopped, and then he went into Buddhism, I think. I don't know, whatever, but yeah, it kind of reminded me of the story of that guy.
I mean, I guess like he got away with it for so long, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it's like for I don't know if it's actually, I don't know if he's actually gonna go down for this because it's not
Hmm.
really what
A
they're
crime?
accused. Like, no, no, it's not that it's not a crime. I have no idea.
Free coughs. Free
Free
coughs
coughs. The
are
free
not a
cough
part.
part is not really. But that's what they keep bringing to the table. So I don't see where the racketeering thing comes in. Or what
Human
is it?
trafficking?
Human
Yeah, human
trafficking,
trafficking
because
too.
he's flying these people across states. But at the
This
end of
is
the day, I don't know.
crazy.
Bref, that's how I am doing. How are you doing? Also, I'm really enjoying this.
I
I
can
can't
tell.
wait.
Yeah, yeah. I'm enjoying that too for you, like through you, I guess.
Are you?
Yeah, like I'm not going to, that's why, you know why I don't, I feel like it's dying down on my side or on my feed, because I kept like I blocked, not that I blocked, but I reported all those videos because I didn't want to see them anymore. Like it was way too sad for me. I didn't want to see all the reporting from the court, like when Cassie was,
Okay.
it was just too heavy for me, and I was like, you know what, no, let me maybe watch like a cartoon or anything, because I need to cleanse, because it was too much, so I don't see it anymore. Like me, I see
Well, you see La La Land seulement.
listen, life is already hard. So I'm not gonna go on my TikTok and see heavy stuff.
I don't even go
Especially
on
about these
TikTok.
men. So where do you see the
I
girl?
told you I watched the news.
Yeah.
I watched
YouTube,
like
2B.
YouTube, 2B, all the documentaries.
2B is
I'm up to
crazy to
date.
me.
Amazon
But shout out
Prime, I'm
2B
up to
though.
date. Yeah.
Honestly, 2B
Yeah.
always has like the best like documentaries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like, and it's free.
It is
It's
it
free.
I think it depends on the TV that you have, no?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But the TV that you have,
Yeah.
it's free. But anyway, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm doing fantastic. I kind of like through a transition in my life. You're gonna know a bit more later. I just
Ah,
graduated.
graduado.
Yeah, graduado. Shout out Black women in STEM. I just
Yes.
graduated from the University of Ottawa. Not too excited about that, but whatever. For my master's of engineering, which is still kind of like surreal, because I remember when like a friend of ours, Muriel, and I were like talking about going back to school and doing our masters. It felt like so unattainable or so hard,
Mm.
even just down like I think what was like the hardest part was applying to these programs.
Really?
And yeah, like getting to actually applying to the programs. And then when like the first 4 months were I think like also like hard, because I mean, for me, I went back to school after what, almost 10 years, so it was crazy.
Was it?
It's been 10 years since I graduated for my bachelor.
You graduated in 2015?
Yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ. You
first
guys
graduation
are not
2015,
far
second
either. Yeah.
second 2025. It's actually crazy. When I was comparing the two pictures, like the two pictures that you take at graduation, the first one I was a baby with
Yeah.
dark hair, with dark like glasses, just a baby. And then now 10 years later,
You're
it's
grown as
crazy.
well.
Yup, it's crazy, but I love it,
Yeah.
honestly. So yeah, I'm doing great. Life has been lifing, honestly, in in many many ways, not gonna lie. But I'm excited that it's summer. I'm excited about like
Can we talk? This is the thing. I keep seeing everywhere, and I so want it to be true.
mhm.
I keep seeing that this summer is gonna be like summer 2016.
I please
I really want it to be
listen,
true, but I don't know if I can keep
whoever is
up.
in charge, I can't keep up, but
I can't.
the few
2016 me and 2025 me are two different people.
also, it's been almost 10 years, huh?
Yeah.
2019, summer 2019 was also good. I remember summer 2019. It was actually crazy for me.
I actually don't even remember summer
Oh my
2019. Oh,
god.
zero sur 10. No,
No.
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
No, no.
but I can't keep up. I can't, no, I definitely cannot keep up. But I'm excited that it's like, now we can sit outside, and there are like plenty of new spots here that opened up, and there are like, cozy. You can just sit there and relax and get something to eat and stuff like that. I'm excited about, like, I've been reading a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my
Go
god.
back
Oh
to
my
that.
god. Oh my god. I'm thinking about starting an account actually, just for books. Because I read a lot, and I would love to share like reviews and stuff and talk about my books. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So there is that, and the shows that I'm watching too. Listen, Love Island has started,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm a busy babe. Like, as a matter of fact, right now it's on TV. So let's wrap this
Let's
up.
wrap this up.
But
Listen,
yeah, if you're
can't
watching
relate.
Love Island, oh my God, please comment something. I always want to talk. I'm always ready for a debrief. Like any of my friends that are watching Love Island, it's like we see each other and it's a debrief. Or I can text you and be like, what the hell is Huda doing? If you're watching Love Island USA, then you know. And honestly, you know what? I can't even get into this because this would actually just be a full episode. But anyway,
But yeah,
yeah, enough about me. So I guess let's get into your request. Now
your
it's your
request. It's your
times. We got a couple of good requests. Some of them, I guess, let's maybe
Are
address
you
this
telling
from
them that
now.
it's no?
No, it's not a no, but some of them um are a bit long in the sense of it's a full topic that we could probably it could be a full episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
But obviously because we have to address few situations slash few requests,
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to elaborate a lot on
Mm-hmm.
all of the requests. So just just putting it out
Just
there
keep
so
it
that
in
just
mind.
yeah, exactly. So shall we, Mimi?
All right. So I'm gonna start with this. The main theme is feeling behind in your 30s.
Mm-hmm.
The very real tension of being in your 30s or just grown and feeling completely torn between multiple life paths, like choosing between the stability of a 9 to 5
Mm-hmm.
or chasing a dream career that requires going back to school,
Right.
or leaning into something more efficient, like riding the wave where the world is going with like creation, tech, AI, etc. Also, trying to figure that out while probably dealing with life in general.
Mm.
And then at the same time, seeing social media nonstop, showing everyone else thriving, traveling, leveling up, etc., messes
Mm.
with your self worth for
Mm-hmm.
real
Mm-hmm.
and creates this exhausting pressure to have it all figured out. It doesn't stop at work either. It spills into relationships.
Right.
Like, do I keep trying to fix this or walk away and start
Mm-hmm.
over, or try to meet new people? Spirituality,
Mm-hmm.
identity, or purpose, just that loud feeling of why am I so behind? That is crazy because it's so relatable.
It really truly is. What do you think about it?
I
What do you
think
think
it's
of yeah?
so I don't know if we touched on this
In
maybe
previous
in
episodes? I'm
previous,
not
it might
maybe
be one
quickly.
one of the ones that we lost footage for.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I genuinely do believe that like social media, I'm trying to do a little bit of a cleanse right now,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Mm-hmm.
why it's really hard to be seen right now. um
Yeah.
because I'm trying to obviously be there for the podcast, but at the same
Yeah.
time, like for me, it's not that I feel like I'm behind, because you still have this separation of like this is just social media,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to just see, like he said, like people traveling and doing whatever, like making crazy amount of money at a
Mm-hmm.
certain
Mm-hmm.
age, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
what the heck, why, where are you guys getting this?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, et pourtant I did everything that I was supposed to do up to now, so
Right.
how come
Right.
things are not aligning the same way?
Mm-hmm.
And the cost of living, Jesus Christ, have mercy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so I think that like genuinely I can relate to that,
Mm-hmm.
and to a certain degree I think that you need a certain separation from social media to understand that like honestly everybody is looking at it the same way you are, and it's a small percentage of people that are living the way
Right.
that they're showing on
Yep.
social media.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, and for feeling behind, I also like try to remind myself that like you're never really flipping behind, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you the I don't know, like it's just, it depends on what you're defining
Being
your
behind.
being
Mm-hmm.
behind
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
be. Like if
Yeah.
there's something that you really can do about it, do it.
Right. Right.
But otherwise I just think that like life is lifing for everybody, and you
Right.
just have to keep your head on your shoulders. And I know I'm just saying this, but I know it's
Yeah.
hard to
It's not
to
easy
you know
to
implement
achieve.
in
Yeah.
your life.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, this genuinely, like, this is what I mean, everybody's actually going through the same thing.
Yeah. No, it really truly is.
Yeah,
That's yeah. No.
what do you think?
as I was saying, this is definitely not an original experience. I think everybody, and like our generation and even the generation before us, I think this is something that almost everybody goes through. But okay, let's start with the social media aspect of it. First of all, social media is not real, you guys. I do not care whatever you think you know about somebody through what you see online. Most of it is fake. It's no, honestly,
Agreed.
think about it, because if like because now social media is about like curating like the nicest pages,
Mm,
the aesthetics and all of that, like showing that you're doing all of these things that everybody wants to be doing. Like it's fake, you guys. And we do not, I think sometimes we do know that it's fakes, but sometimes we have to remind ourselves like this shit is this is not real. Like
yeah.
sometimes like the vacations, it could be that they're paying monthly for the, yeah, like this is
We were
okay.
talking about it before
Yeah.
we started. Like
Yeah.
financing
Fine.
a ticket is crazy, but I understand.
Yeah.
I understand, but it's like people do that.
Financing a flight ticket or a
I
vacation.
didn't know that that was a thing.
Yeah, like I just learned this actually
Yeah,
too. Like financing a vacation so that you can just flaunt it on social
it's
media is
crazy.
crazy. But people do it, you guys. I
Yeah.
remember there's this TikTok of a girl, like she was living with her roommate, was very, very rich, as in like family money, like old money, right?
Mhm.
Not money that we made ourselves, because we're
Mhm.
just babies, honestly. Like, and we're not into dealing, we're not pimps, we're
Insane.
not like we're not doing anything that is illegal, basically, right? Or we
Please,
don't
if you have
have
any ideas, DM me.
just
I'm
me
ready.
though, I'm not
I'm ready.
interested.
I'm prepared.
So and basically what the girl was doing, she was kind of like um maintaining this aesthetic on social media,
Mm.
that she has bags, like luxury bags, luxury shoes, clothes, a lifestyle, you guys. She was using her roommate stuff, and she was very, very believable. Anyways,
Yeah.
all this to say that, first of all, F social media. If you need a cleanse, honestly, delete, or you can curate actually your feed now, because
Mhm.
you can report things, you can say that you're not interested, and it doesn't come. Like I really like when I see a page that is very realistic in the sense of like, even the things that you post is not pretty necessarily, because
Yeah.
life is not always pretty, so I want to see those things. But social media being what it is, and especially now that people are making money off of social media, please
Mhm.
remember, these people, this is a job. That's why it looks cute, that's why they're going on those trips, that's why all of these
Mm.
things are happening. Most of those things they're not paying for themselves, or they're financing, or there's
That's
always
crazy. I keep laughing at it because it's actually insane.
it's
But
insane.
I like you were saying, I saw someone like I follow older women on social media because I genuinely cannot
Relates
relate to
to,
some
yeah.
younger
Mm-hmm.
people. um and she was being told like, oh, you should edit your edit your videos to like make a you know how,
Transitions.
yeah, transitions, you know how clothes go on you. And she said, listen to me, and this is why I love older women. She said, I don't know how to edit that shit. Like she was like, I'm here. Like she got a big following out of nowhere, and she was
Mm-hmm.
sharing her clothes, and she dresses really well. She was like, this is all y'all get. I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn away, I'm gonna show you my outfit, and that's
Yeah.
it.
She's here for a
and
good time.
and it's
Yeah.
not even for a good time. You're here to get tips, styling
Mm-hmm.
tips.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
Mm-hmm.
here
Mm-hmm.
for me to do transitions of clothes falling from the sky, please. And I get it, I get it so
Yeah.
much, because
And
it's
a
like
1,000%.
this assumption that we're all supposed to know how to flip and make a picture look.
Good or whatever. Like I feel like it just even ruins the whole experience of being on these platforms.
Yeah,
Like
Instagram is too serious.
yeah, like TikTok sometimes also, like people stress for views. People like always stress about like
Yeah.
your videos going viral, and then that's how you make it, and the brand deals, like okay. But anyway, to go back to feeling behind in your 30s, I think the biggest thing for me is you need to define first what you mean by being behind. Behind what? Behind who?
Yeah.
Because what we're not going to do is compare ourselves to other people. For the simple fact, I don't care if you went to the same school, graduated the same year, worked at the same place, life happens differently
For
for people.
everyone. Yeah.
Like there's no point in comparing yourself to someone else, because you may have this opportunity, that person may have that opportunity, you may have something like like in the request, like the person was talking about like health issues. You could have
Mm-hmm.
health issues that actually prevent you like from like, I don't know, advancing as you want or progressing in your career or in your
Mm-hmm.
life, and then you end up feeling like you're behind. So I think honestly the main thing for me is to just truly really clock it into your own life,
Mm.
look at what you have, look at what you are working with,
Yeah.
and as long as you feel like you're doing the absolute best with what you have, be at peace. Because really truly whatever is happening outside is no one's, I know for me, like I'm saying this, I know sometimes like, it kicks in
It
sometimes, but
kicks in sometimes, yeah.
I have to come back and be like behind what and behind who. And honestly I cannot really take credit for this because this is something that I learned in therapy. Like my
Mm-hmm.
therapist was like, behind what exactly? And okay. I understand that when we're growing up, we have dreams about like of who we want to be when we grow up. We have a plan. I think
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about a plan
Oh,
like few episodes ago.
yeah.
We have a plan of how we want our life to be at a certain age. Oh, I want to have, I don't know, a house or two when I'm 30. I want to have, I don't know, like a business. I want my business to be flourishing when I'm 30, whatever, or 25. I think it's very, very important to kind of like update your
Mm-hmm.
dreams and your plans
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that like those plans and those dreams are, maybe those, like, I'll just say plans are realistic
When you
compared
get to that
to
age.
not only to that age but compared to what you are going through in life. Because when we make the plans we do not have like
This.
all of the
Mm-hmm.
like all of the like, I don't know, il y a beaucoup d'inconnus en fait. There's
Mm-hmm.
data that we don't have, there's things that happen in life that we cannot control,
Mm-hmm.
and we plan like basically a plan is always like, okay, this is the best case scenario, right?
Yeah, that's why I
So
said like you make a plan and God laughs, man.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think it's very, very important to just remember, like, please kind of like update or review your plan. Do not like try the most honestly to be off social media. And fuck,
I
there's
wouldn't
something.
say just be off social media, just keep the awareness that
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's just like
yeah.
the body stuff too, like
Oh my
everything
god,
in
yeah.
social media is just keep the awareness and the barrier of
Mm-hmm.
reminding yourself like even if that was your real body or even if that's your
Mm-hmm.
real life,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine, like I have my real life
Right,
and
right,
it's
right.
okay. Like you can't
Yeah.
just keep balancing or trying to like compare the
Yeah.
two. I don't think that that's healthy at all.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not
um
healthy. And I think that again, as long as you're doing everything that you can, like look at where you are and give yourself everything that you can to be working on where you want to be. And it may not look as like what you thought it was going to be, but that is okay. Like it's very, I think it's very, very also important to kind of like be kind to yourself when you're going through this, because not only is it the first time that you're doing this, and there are many, many things that are out of our like, your
your
control.
control.
Yeah, when we look at, for example, like how like the cost of living now is very, very high, we didn't plan for this.
And also, like, it's okay not to know, man. It's okay not to know.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
it's okay not to have like figure out your next 5 years.
right,
I
a
understand that
thousand
it's
percent.
always
Mm.
for some people it's good to plan, and
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I'm part of those people. But at the same time, I've lived enough to know that
Yeah,
the plan doesn't always go according to what you expected. So
right.
sometimes just
Mm.
let go and let God.
Yeah,
And I know I sound like a church person right now, but it's genuinely the only thing you can do before you rip your hair out. Like, what
yeah,
else are you gonna do?
yeah,
Like, you're not gonna wake up and have $1 million in your account. So
yeah,
what else are you gonna do?
that
Just
is true.
trust, like Laurie was saying, trust your gut. And
Hmm.
honestly, as long as, because I think that also like sometimes you fall into that hole of I'm not where I want to be, I don't know what to do to fix it, and then
Mm.
I'm like I don't know where to start, and then you stay in that cercle
Mm-hmm,
vicious. And
mm-hmm,
it's, I can understand that it makes you not move forward or
mm-hmm,
something, and
mm-hmm.
you're stagnant basically.
Right,
So
right,
I
right,
think that
right.
that's also a place where it's like I mean, it's hard, but it's something that like you just it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay to go through those phases, and you're
Yeah.
not the only one going
Yeah.
through that
Yeah.
phase.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think it's like you said, like it's important to be kind to yourself during that
Yeah.
time.
And also, please remember, things are glamorized. When we look at other people's life, we think, oh, like, it went like so smooth for this person. Why am I going through 5,000 obstacles, But nah,
Yeah.
these things are not really like
Also,
the way it looks.
this is the
Yeah.
exact about saying, no,
Yeah.
you may see other people like they figured it out, and it's like since they're
Yeah.
crying every night.
Yeah.
But if
You
oh
never
my god,
know. You never
yeah.
know, honestly. But yeah, no, be kind to yourself, and as like take the time to know what you really truly want to do, and as soon as you find out what it is that you want to do, go like full on mode, like the comparison and whatever, try to erase that as much as possible or block the noise as much as possible and work on your craft. Like really truly take the time to do that, and I guarantee you kind of like feel at peace when you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and things may not go as planned again, but please be okay. Like as long as you know that you're doing your best, you should
Mhm.
be okay, honestly. Yeah.
Also, I know we live in this world of entrepreneurship,
It's
but
not for
there's
everyone.
nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Absolutely
Yeah.
nothing wrong
Yeah. Yeah.
with um even if that's what you do to finance your bigger
You're
dream.
yeah.
There is
Yeah.
nothing wrong with just
Mm-hmm.
accepting the fact that it might not be the most fulfilling thing that you're
Right.
doing, but it's also unrealistic to think that you're gonna achieve. I mean, I don't know if I want to say unrealistic. I believe that it's
Mm-hmm.
unrealistic to think that you're just gonna wake up and blow up, or you're gonna wake up and like
Nah.
find
Mm.
your thing without a way to like make a living.
Yeah, right,
So I
right.
think if you can use it as a tool, use it as a tool. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, you kind of have to go through that. I feel, yeah, you kind of
I
have
think
to
this
work for a couple of. Yeah,
entrepreneur
it's not for everyone.
every
As much
day.
as like same as a 9 to 5 is not for everyone. Like having a your own business is it's it's freaking hard. It's freaking hard. But anyway,
Yeah.
okay. So the second one is kind of like a bit of like in the same area as this one. It's a question that we got, and it says, what's one thing that has helped you most in your career? It could be like a skill, mindset, or books. Do you want to go first?
Mine is very boring. Mine is the one book that comes to mind is The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I have my background is in political science and communications, and those are the boring things that I'm interested in. But yeah, no, that's a book that really like made me decide. I think it was in my first year of uni
Mm-hmm.
that it made me really decide to just go all the way into politics. Well,
Mm-hmm.
politics. I do policy stuff. But yeah, no, that's what made me really focus on like I am fascinated by conflict, hence
Mm-hmm.
why I listen to
Didi.
Diddy
Yep.
Case. No, but that's not country conflicts. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a good book.
Uh-huh.
It's overall um world conflicts, but even prior to like these constructs of
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
states and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, it's a good book. Recommend if you're in
Yeah.
poli sci.
Mm.
Yeah,
Any mindset or any skills that have kind of like helped like grow like in your career?
I think it's a double-sided thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
My career started, I wasn't clear on where I wanted to, like after uni.
Yeah.
I went straight to where I work now,
Mm-hmm.
but not in the same direction.
Okay.
And initially, like if you don't know people that work in the same, oh my god, I don't know how to
Like
say
where you're
it.
trying to
Yeah, in
be?
the same career, that don't have the same career path as you.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to figure out, okay, I'm supposed to be in this classification and I'm supposed to do this and
Like
that.
you're figuring out your
You're
career
figuring out
path
your career
basically.
path like
Mm-hmm,
as
mm-hmm,
you're
mm-hmm.
in it. And
Yeah.
honestly, like shame on uni for not like directing us more clearly, because at 21 years old to go on the mark like on the market and
Yeah.
figure it out by yourself
Yeah.
is really crazy.
It is
uh
tough. Yeah.
I'm still figuring out
Mhm. Mhm.
where I want to go, but
Mhm.
I would say that like the mindset that helped me was I was I would be at the office and just ask for more stuff. Because I knew that the position that I held at the time, a junior position,
Mhm.
was not where I wanted to end up, and I could see, okay, this person does this, and that's what I want to do.
Mhm.
I would be like, I know I'm not paid for it, but I
Right.
want to learn, so like
Right.
give me that and da da da.
Mhm.
But it did set up a standard, especially being black in corporate America. It does set up
Yeah.
this standard of like genre te marcher dessus,
Right. 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 Right.
and it's it did help me grow like immensely. Like
Mhm.
whenever they do think of relying on me, they don't
Mhm.
think twice,
Mhm. Mhm.
especially like
Mhm.
if you're
Which is
single, you
good.
don't have kids, all
Oh
of
yeah.
that,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is abuse
No dog, no
on the
cat.
other
Yeah,
side.
it is.
But on the other side, it is a little bit of abuse, but at the same time you are willing to take it, nobody's forcing you.
Mhm.
So like
Mhm.
I think that mindset did help me a lot, but at the same time now it's like you have to backtrack. Once you get there, you have to backtrack a little bit and be like, I'm not that available, but
Not anymore.
not anymore.
Yeah.
But also
Yeah.
like that opens up a lot of doors, I'm not
Doors.
gonna
That's
lie.
very true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that would be, I don't know if I recommend or not, honestly.
I guess it depends. Something that I would love for like sometimes these companies and stuff like I don't know, or these organizations or even at uni for example, like they as you were saying, there should be like something that kind of tells you that guides you like to okay, if you would like to become this in 10 years or in 5 years, this is a recommended like career path. You can start here, you can start that. But good news because I feel like when we both started our careers, we didn't have like AI, for example, like we didn't have as many tools as
Oh
people have
no.
now. So I feel like right now, honestly, just know where you want to know what you want to do or where you want to be, bro. It's one Google like search away, to be honest. And
Yeah.
I feel like also like some platforms like I hate this platform with everything in me, but sometimes looking at people's LinkedIn for example and kind of like seeing like their whole resume and like how they progress in their career, it can give you like a real life example instead of just
Hmm.
like reading what like is going to like what you're going to get from AI. But for me, I had the same issue of like figuring out what I wanted to do like right out of when I was fresh out of uni. And also I took 3 years off.
Oh
I took 3 years off. So
yeah.
for me it was even harder because it's like, okay, now 3 years I kind of have to face reality. I have to do a 9 to 5. Now I can be just, doing whatever it is that I want anymore. I can't say 3 years. I was maybe not in corporate America for 3 years. I was still working and still like figuring out like what I wanted to do. Actually, it was in those 3 years that I kind of like discovered or figured out what I wanted to do. But I think honestly, there's no book that I have ever read, but something that I have really realized and that completely shifted my mindset when it comes to career and just like finding your place in this organization and stuff like that. I quite frankly do not give a shit if you have 15 years, 20 years of experience in this position or in this organization. I do not care if you're a director, if you're a minister. I see those people like just it's like me. The way you shit is the way I shit. The way like there's not like I feel like the moment I kind of like stopped kind of fearing like taking my space and taking my enough space in these meetings or in these rooms whatever, people actually started respecting me and
Oh
sometimes
yeah.
even being intimidated because it's like honestly I walk in there and I think okay, knowing that no one starts something knowing exactly how to do these things. Everyone had to learn. And the thing is, we learn very quickly. I know for myself that we learn things very quickly. I could be working on I don't know how many projects at the same time and it's always going to be like très très bien fait.
Hmm.
So it's like really truly I respect the seniors. I do. I really do. But I don't feel like it's kind of like out of reach, or I don't feel like I have to bow down to you. The same way you're going to come to the table with your ideas is the same way that I'm going to come to the table with my ideas. Like, I do not give a damn who you are. You could be my director, but the reason, like, let's say you're in an organization or in a company. If you hired me, it's because I have something to, like, you hired me for my expertise, right? I have something to bring to the table. So you best believe that you will be hearing what I have to say. And I don't, yeah, I
I don't
don't
know. I
fear
can't
and like
relate.
anything, I think.
I can't relate. I think
Yeah.
that it depends because like you've moved around also in your career, so you do
Right.
know that like when you start somewhere else, you bring something to the table. I feel like
Right.
the nature of my career,
Mhm.
uh, and for most people that I work with, really like the steps that you go through are the same steps. So where
Mm,
whoever
mm,
is your
mm,
senior, they know something more. They absolutely know more than you to a
mm,
certain degree. I might be the
mhm,
expert on the file,
mhm,
but at the same time, you're like in terms of strategy, they're always gonna like they have way more experience than you. So there's
mm,
always that low key, whether I would like it or not, imposter syndrome.
mhm.
And oh my
Dead that
god,
shit. Dead that
yeah.
shit right away. Like,
But
yeah.
it's not like you can't say that shit, like it's just
Try as
it
much as
come
you
yeah,
can.
it comes
Mm.
with, sometimes it comes with the territory, and some
Mhm,
people don't
mhm,
have it,
mhm.
some people do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
honestly, like depending on, I'm trying to talk to those who struggle like me, but
Mm.
it's that thing where even if you can be as confident as you want in terms of
Mhm.
like what you bring to the table,
Mhm, mhm.
when you know that there's someone in the room
Mhm.
that can debunk or like question or like,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
bring another perspective to simplement,
Which is
and
not bad.
which is
Mhm.
not bad,
Yeah.
it can throw you off. And I feel like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just depending on where you, like sometimes it's just it takes a little bit of time to kind of be firm and stern
Mhm.
in your career. So I don't know,
Yeah.
like I don't know if it's always a thing of like confidence only, because you could have confidence outside of work and not have it
Not have it in, oh my god,
in
that's the
the
thing, that's
office.
definitely a
Yeah.
thing, especially with imposter syndrome.
Syndrome, yeah.
That's a huge thing. I think I had an imposter syndrome for such a long time, where I felt like I wasn't sure exactly like what I was bringing to the table or what I was capable of doing.
Yeah.
And I can't remember exactly when the switch happened. I think it was because I kept looking at these people like, okay, you're a senior, but you don't know shit. You actually don't know
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're saying things and I'm like, huh, what exactly
Yeah.
is this? Like, I think when I started humanizing these people and their
Hmm.
experiences and what they're also like bringing to the table, like, and I really truly appreciate, as you were saying, that like some of these people who are in like higher positions, they have more strategy or they've seen more. I really love learning from these people because
Yeah.
this is the only way up, you know. So, but
No, I
again,
mean, not allowing people to undermine you is very
a
important. But at the
thousand
same
percent.
time, yeah, at the same time, there is
Yeah.
a space to learn from these people.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Depending on who you're learning from. Like, if you're listening to this and this is something that is speaking to you, you would know how like your like the people that you work with that are like your seniors or whatever are, because you could have like actually like good people to learn from, and other people that are in these high positions, but really truly they're there because they're friends with whoever put them there. So it's not always that, okay, I have a senior and there's something that I have that I can learn from them, because I've been in positions where, yes, I was like in some positions where I was able to look up to whoever was my senior and actually learn from them, which is something that I really, 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 really love, because I feel like it's so, it is, you just learn so much that way and so
hmm
quickly too.
hmm
And I've been in other positions where I would look at these people and be like, lady,
yeah.
exactly what is happening here. And I think, yeah, that's when I was like, you know what?
Honestly, I can say that I might not like your approach
Yeah.
in how
How
you
you do things?
teach, or in how you do things, or
Mm-hmm.
in how you teach, or how you like things done. We might not work in the same way, but
Mm-hmm.
for the most part,
Mm-hmm. That's a
honestly,
blessing.
even the people that I wouldn't say we have the like that I appreciate very much,
Mm-hmm.
I still learned a lot. Like I know for a fact that without um the difficulty of working with some of these people, or
Mm.
the like, you know, butting heads,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have the experience that
Oh
I
yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like hands
That is
down.
a blessing. Yeah.
Hands down. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. A
But at the
thousand
same
percent.
time, do I think it would have been easier elsewhere? Probably. I don't know.
Who knows, right?
Who
Yeah.
knows?
So yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
then just to quickly recap, try to ignore or like work your way out of having imposter syndrome if that's something that you suffer from. Hopefully you have people that can kind of like mentor you, or people that you can learn from, like just like as Mimi was saying, for example, like in her career, and understand that sometimes things do take time.
Mm-hmm.
Do not look at how someone else's career, like someone you graduated at the same time or someone you started at a position at the same time. Yes, it can be a good indication of where you
Shouldn't
should
be.
be. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
saying you should be, but remember that things just happen, like as we were saying, like just with the first request, like things happen really differently. And always look out for yourself. Honestly, if you're in corporate America, or like I don't know how like it is in other like countries or whatever, but if you're in corporate America, really truly people are not your friends. So you have to be careful who you befriend. Honestly, look out for yourself and be careful who you become friends with. And because people, like there are some people, I've worked with some people that do not care about like your like your relationships like outside of work, to just advance. They will do
Oh, to
anything they
advance.
want, anything they can do. They don't care about you whether you're friends or not, to get where they want to be. So just, be careful. And
I
yeah,
can't really say that I have friends.
at work.
Oh no, sorry. I do. I do have
You
two.
do,
I
you
have
do,
two.
Mimi,
But
you do.
honestly, but I don't think that it's like real life. It's like work friends.
No, I do have some work friends that became like
Yeah,
real
no.
life friends. I do, I really do. I would be lying if I said I didn't.
Can't relate.
Like I have people even that I worked with like almost 10 years ago, and we still,
Exactly. I have to keep
yeah.
you at arms, and like I appreciate you and we work well together and everything, but to a
Mm-hmm.
certain degree, I know that if comes to work,
Yeah.
it's, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
certain world where it's like we have to, I don't want to be disappointed because you did something to me, where I
Right.
know
Right. Right.
that you
Right.
have to do it for yourself, because I would do it for myself
Mm.
to a certain
But
degree.
I think there's a way of doing things, Mimi, still,
Yo, it depends on who.
there's always a way of doing things. I understand that you want to progress in your career and you want
Of
this high
course, no,
position,
no,
but
no. There's a
you
way to
know,
not stab people in the back. But hear me
exactly.
out. The thing is, I'm never gonna know necessarily. Even if I see certain things,
Mm-hmm.
we live in a country where people do things without really openly saying, "Yo, I did this and that."
Mm,
So I know that sometimes maybe certain things are gonna be done behind my back, and I'm never gonna know. So at the end of the day, are you
yeah.
really always gonna protect me? No, and I can't count on
Yeah, and
that.
that's very
I
true.
cannot
That's
count
very
on that.
realistic,
So
actually. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, I think that's it. Shall we move on?
we can move on.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. This episode is being split into two parts, and this marks the end of part one. Before we go, we're leaving you with some wise words from President Barack Obama on dealing with imposter syndrome. We hope it resonates with anyone who needs to hear it. As always, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in part two. Bye.
I have some sense of the challenges involved, but what I also want folks to know is that you have power. And the question is then how can you use it? Because we've all had this experience. This isn't unique to me. And Michelle and I, we always talk about this when we are mentoring young people. We always tell them, do not let people think you do not belong. Because I promise you, once you sit at these tables, at these fancy places, with folks with fancy titles, and they got a big bank account, and you talk to them, and you go, oh,
Yeah.
they ain't all that,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, sir.
This idea that somehow they are so special, they're so smart, they're so sophisticated, not really. they've been exposed. They've been given the confidence of feeling like they belong. But if you sit down and talk to them, turns out they just folk.
Yep, normal people.
Normal people.
Yeah.
What you always say about if you could speak English?
We could talk to anybody that speaks English. Like, I don't care where you at, what money you have, what you own, what this, what that. If you speak English, I can sit down and talk with you.
That's my point. And the benefit for Michelle and me, because we came up, and at each stage, you go to Harvard, and wow, it's Harvard. And then you find out, Harvard's full of some fools and people that you would not put in charge of anything, but they're there. And there's some really amazing, brilliant people too. And then you go to, the U.S. Senate, and you look around and, everybody's represented. Smart people and dumb people, right. Good people and bad people. Yeah. And then now suddenly you're meeting at the group of, 7 world leaders are all in a room, or the United Nations, and same thing. It turns out that there's some really smart, amazing world leaders, and there's some fools, running countries. Junior want to not be on my